One common mistake for this trick is landing with only one foot on, and that just tends to be that you're not staying above the board that well. You're sort of like staying back behind the board, then you sort of like kick out one of your feet to try and land on the board, but then the board's still out in front of you, so you can only land one foot. Alright, so what you want to do is sometimes like it's easier to purposely like jump forward with a trick and like not try and keep it in one place, and that'll make it so it's easier. Or you could just also just try and pay attention more to like where your feet are in the air. Like how I told you before, I like to like hold my feet in a position that's like right above the trucks in the air, so that when I land down, I land perfectly like that. Another common mistake with this trick is having the board either not flip enough or over flip. Let's start with not flipping enough. Now, to fix that problem, you're gonna want to put your foot more on the board and kick a little bit earlier, so that, because like most of the time when this happens to be when the board doesn't like flip, it just does like a 360 trick or something. They're usually just like missing the flick or something. They like miss the board and they flick and they don't notice it because it's kind of hard to notice. So just try like putting your foot like more on top of the board and flick a little bit earlier, so that you can hit the board at an earlier point, so flip. So have to flip. And you also don't want to flick too hard, because flicking early can cause it to overflip, which we're going to talk about next. As I told you before, you want to, if the board seems to overflip a lot, you want to pretty much do the opposite of what I just told you about the board not flipping enough. You want to have your foot, instead of having your foot like pointed really straight, you want to point more at an angle so that the board doesn't like have like such like strengthy flip to it. You want to move your front foot a little more forward and like farther away from your back foot. You want to flick a little bit later, not too late, or else the board will flip it off. One last common mistake for this trick is like having the board just shoot out in front of you and not landing on it at all. Landing back here, or like right around here or something. Have the board just like flip out in front of you or something. What you want to do to fix that is try like after you kick out your feet, try and like bring them back together like this in the air and like jump forward as you're kicking. So that you're like that or something in the air, and that will cause the board to flip in front of you, and then you'll also be jumping in front of you also, so you'll be following the board and you'll land on it. Just try not to land with your feet too close together and snap them at your board. That's my 360 flip trick tip. I hope it helped out. Show you a couple more.